Here we go, episode 16 of my lathe restoration. And she is looking really good. I threw the tailstock on there. Didn't need to film that because that was pretty easy. I will need to learn how to align this with the headstock. When I first bought the lathe, I kind of did a partial tear down on some of the equipment, some of the parts like the saddle and the tailstock, just to give it a good cleaning, and I really didn't know exactly what I was doing, and if I would have known, I would have thrown the tailstock out of alignment. I probably would have held off. So I'm researching on an easy way of aligning this up with the headstock, and that'll come in a later video. But here we go. I'm starting to feel like I have a complete machine. And today we are gonna move on to the countershaft assembly. And honestly, I wasn't gonna do much to this. I thought a little surface cleaning would be all that she really would need because she looked in really good condition. I did notice that when I spin the shaft, it hardly rotates. So might as well take this apart and give it a good cleaning, since I did that to pretty much everything else. Now this doesn't get lubed with oil, this gets lubed with grease, and this has grease caps on both sides. And I thought maybe the grease was super old, but it's not that waxy. So I'm gonna clean this up anyway, and that's what this episode's about, the countershaft. Well, according to my explosive diagram, there doesn't seem to be too many parts here, so hopefully this won't give me a lot of trouble. It seems pretty easy, but looks can be deceiving sometimes. So let's get to disassembly. So I think it would be a lot easier if I took this part off of this bracket here. So I'm just going to use this old wrench. So there's 4 sets of these screws, and I'm gonna see what'll happen if I loosen these up. Sticking out too far. I can't use my socket. I guess it's good. I think I decided to take this apart. Yeah. Yummy. There's a bunch of set screws here. I've already loosened those. Take this cap off. I don't know if these need to be pressed off. You have to say this is really filthy. I don't know how to get these off. might have to try the light tapping thing. See if I give this a few light taps, what happens. Actually, I'll go this way. I don't know, I can't tell if it moved. Really hate banging on this. You know what? Before I go any further, I'm gonna do a little bit more research. Just hate having to bang on this type of machinery. Alright, well, it's about a bunch of hours later, and I posted a question on the machinist forum on about disassembling this, and I haven't really received any feedback yet. And I started to noodle around with this, and I kind of started to make a little bit of headway. So I figured I'd turn on the camera. What I did is I used a small flathead screwdriver, and I kind of wedged it in this gap here. And as you can see, I'm making some progress. There's the bearing. Super cruddy in there. She shoots, she scores! Now I gotta go try to find that piece. Found it. Yeah, I'm glad I decided, oops. Found it again. I'm glad found it again. I'm glad I decided to take this apart, because this stuff is just caked with dried grease and crud. Yeah, I can see why this was turning really slow. Alright, I don't think I'm going to try and take this off because, well, you know what, I see a set screw in there. There's, I thought, a flathead screw, and I could not get it loose. In fact, I started to strip it. But I do see another hole, and in there there's a set screw, so I'm going to try loosening that up. Okay, that's loose. Yeah. There we go. Ugh. You know what? I think I'm gonna clean this shaft a little bit. This grease is pretty gunked in there. But let me see if I can get this part off. Well, I thought I was recording and my camera wasn't, so I apologize. I was able to get this off in the most comical way, so I really wish you could have saw that. I had to put this, I had this on the floor, had my feet here, and with my hands, I kind of just twisted this back and forth and was able to pull it off. So that's done, and it is a little gunkosaurus in there. You see sawdust and whatnot. I don't think this plug over here, that thing there, as far as I could tell, doesn't lead anywhere. If I look on the inside, I don't see that, so I don't know. See what the guys on the forums have to say. And here I was able to get it to this point, and it's starting to easily push through. So, and then I realized the camera was off, so now you guys get to witness the putting of the spindle. There we go. Dirty. Dirty. They look like they're in good condition, just need to be cleaned. And these holes here that feed the grease in, I got to make sure they're not clogged. So the spindle will get a nice good cleaning. All right, another issue overcome by the mallet.